Yes, guys, this is Eagle Eyed Football back again with a Wednesday stream. And this one is less about Palace, more about just talking. It's going to be more of whatever we want. So this will be more of reading comments, chatting about other things football, and maybe we'll throw in some other stuff like Boris being a waste man. Anyway, how you doing, Nate?
All good, brother. All good. All good.
Nice. Well, start off by addressing man like Brush.
Big him up every time.
Big shout out to him for helping me out on the other stream the other day. We got Jay. We got Donny, which hates Arteta and Wenger. He still wants. I know that he still wants Wenger out, and he's talking about ham roll of the week.
Prawn sandwich brigade out.
Like Robbie would say. So, Nate, you take the floor with this one. What's the first topic?
The first topic is we're going to go through all of the other 19 Premier League clubs and talk about their season so far.
Should we go table order or should we just go alphabetical order?
Alphabetical order, seeing as that's kind of the easiest point to start. It kind of brings it all from 1 to 20. Obviously, with our season, we don't need to go on our own season. We can handle that when the season ends.
All right, cool. Let me just get a thing of all the clubs, and then we'll go that way. All right. This list is fucked anyway. We'll just go follow this list. All right, we'll start off with Arsenal. What are we saying about Arsenal?
Boy, it depends on. I mean, obviously, you look at the fact they didn't get European football at the end of last season. You'd think that would really help them. It would help them. Well, it would help them in the sense that without the distraction of European football, they should be aiming to get higher up in the table. I know that they've been on a very good run lately, but you look at the last two results, it's not gone to plan. Especially in the Everton game, where you're looking at it going, if you're not going to win the game, don't lose the game. And they proceeded to lose the game, and you're thinking, you have to feel for Ramsdale, because there's a keeper that's literally tried to rebuild his image and rebuild his career, and he's got a bunch of clowns in front of him. You're thinking, wow, I'm so glad I don't support Arsenal.
Well, talking Arsenal is a bit of a mad topic for me personally, because most people at work are Arsenal fans. So that's all I ever bloody hear at work. So
I feel your pain, bro. Man hears about Liverpool, Man United. I hear everything over here. It's Leeds, Liverpool, Man United, all of them.
Yeah, we got a decent enough spread of people where I work, but it's mostly Arsenal, and it's mostly very annoying because they seem to believe that after 2 losses in a row that they're going to get relegated, and that they want everyone sacked, and they want Aubameyang to retire, and they want Saka to be sold, and very, very delusional stuff. We'll say that. And I thought we were reactive. Them man on another level.
Nah, bro, trust me. Like to quickly, when you compare us and Arsenal, trust me, they wouldn't know what Stockport County away is all about. So as bad as our fan base is, as I've seen on social media following the last 3 defeats, nobody can touch Arsenal for overreaction. Even Arsenal fans will tell you that.
Have you seen Troops' reactions to stuff lately? I think Steve hit the nail on the head there. He just said, "What a wet wipe," and I think that's it. Really, he just hit the nail on the head. You can't say nothing else.
Look, a lot of people that are in that kind of in the Arsenal fan base, they love and hate these influencers, because as much as AFTV has given fan media a massive push, and it's given people the voice to come and do their own thing rather than listen to your stereotypical pundits on Sky and BT talking about Phil Thompson, ex-Liverpool player, all of that. You now get fans talking about. But with Troops, as much as some of the stuff he comes out with is brilliant and it's great for sound bites and everything else, he's like any other fan. He's going to say mad shit that you're like, I don't know if that's the right scene, my G. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not advocating because some of the things Troops say, you're like, Troops, mate, come on, you've got 2 kids. Have a word with yourself.
I think he's pushing it a bit more now. He's based in America because America likes everything a bit bigger, louder, stupider in a sense. But
bigger, stronger, faster, quicker.
Shout out Kanye West. Anyway, but yeah, I saw that reaction to the his Everton thing, and I was thinking, mate,
which is fan cam.
Yeah, I'm like, bruv, why are you kicking over a bottle of water onto some guy sitting next to you, bruv? You just wouldn't do that normally. Like, you get pissed, you'd throw it, but you wouldn't throw it at someone.
You would dash it at someone. No, yeah, right.
And I still struggle to believe that there was like 4 Everton fans in the room with him, but we move on.
Yeah, now look, Arsenal are one of them teams, bro. They could win the league and they're still have fans saying manager out, this and that, red tape.
Oh yeah,
like, what the fuck?
However, my dad says it perfectly here, and you know how it is when Arsenal lose badly. It's always a good watch.
Oh, listen, when Arsenal lose badly, you know that's one of your go-to channels to look at.
Yeah, then you realise that's why you have the notifications on for that channel.
Yeah.
All the other times, like, oh man, I don't care. They lose 3-0 to Burnley. Oh yeah, I'm watching that.
Yeah.
AF Ty, shout out Ty.
Aye, Ty got put in a spliff by Robbie, you know.
Did he? I didn't see that.
On the Bias Premier League show because Ty was trying to make excuses for why they lost. Robbie was having none of it, as was White Yardie.
Man.
Imagine MacArthur does score and picks out Ty in the away end at the half, and that'd be jokes, bro.
Like, you know how the thing with Haaland when he scored, he went like that.
Yeah.
And then Maka does that to Ty.
Ty just drops his headphones and just got running out trying to run onto the pitch.
He would do the headphone.
You just see Robbie trying to grab him up, bro. Calm down, I've got you, calm down.
No, Robbie was like, go on, Ty.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, man.
That'd be so jokes. But yeah, look, bro, Arsenal are Arsenal, bro. You don't even need to be like, oh, Arsenal is such a big club. They're a big club, but like they ain't run like a big club no more. Because no big club would keep on a manager like Arteta who hasn't delivered. People might look, oh, he won the FA Cup. That's great. But a club like Arsenal should not be settling for an FA Cup. But let's move on to Villa.
Okay. Villa. I thought we was gonna do one sign and one sell.
Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit. We're gonna go through the 20. Go through the other 19, and then we'll do one sign, one sell, one.
Yeah, I think Villa are. I think that I would say that they're maybe. I wouldn't say they're the same as Arsenal, but I feel like their mindset is kind of similar because they were a big club, and they still are a big club in terms of numbers, but in terms of Europe and trophies and stuff like that in recent time, and bear in mind to say recent time because back in the day they're a big club, winning lots of stuff, but now they're not the same team anymore. They're not winning as much anymore. So I'd say I haven't really felt. I don't really know any Aston Villa fans, so I can't really say from experience, but I'm just spitballing here.
No, look, with Villa, when they sat Dean Smith, you were thinking, listen, that was coming, because as much as he's a Villa boy and the rest of it, emotion can't get you through the cut and dry of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, Chelsea hired a legend in Frank Lampard. It wasn't going well. They sacked him, brought in Thomas Tuchel, and boom, UCL and a European and UEFA Super Cup. And you're thinking, that's the nature of the Premier League. You can't rest on your laurels that Dougie Freeman's a Palace legend. If Dougie wasn't performing, you'd have to say to Parish, well, wait a minute, mate, he isn't doing what is asked of him. So either he goes or the whole fan base is putting your head on a pike outside Selhurst Park.
Yeah.
And the same thing for Villa. Villa are a club that should be competing bare minimum for top 8, top 10 in terms of the size of the club and the rest of it. But Dean Smith wasn't doing that. They were fighting relegation for most of last season and the season before that. And you're thinking Villa should not be in that conversation. Granted, they were in that conversation because they got relegated before, but for me, they're one of the clubs that should never be in the relegation picture.
Yeah. But with how they're playing, or how they played before Gerrard, they made a case for Dean Smith focusing too much on the forwards and not enough on
the defense.
The defense. Like they sort of had a similar issue to what we have, where we've got midfielders, but we haven't got that midfielder that does the job that we need. For example, I know Kouyaté is good, yeah, but he's not the ball playing DM that we need. And right now, Hughes could be that Maka replacement that we need, but he's not being played at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear that. But at the same time, I look at it and say, with Villa, the likes of John McGinn,
Beast,
Ollie Watkins,
Beast.
I'm trying to think for a second here, bear with me. Esri Konsa, Tyrone Mings, Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Villa have made some good signings and have got some good players. And obviously, when they lost Jack Grealish, you were looking at it.
I rate Cash as well. I think he's a decent enough right back.
Yeah, Matty Cash is a good player as well. Mad that he actually is playing for Poland now, but big himself up every time. Because if England aren't giving you that call up and right back is England's most congested spot, you're thinking, well, sod it. If you can play for another country, jump at the chance.
Yeah, Aaron can't even get a call up these days. So
yeah, but let's be fair. Aaron was never getting in ahead of Reece James, Trent, and Kyle Walker, and Trippier as well. But I don't think Southgate even watches La Liga, which is kind of Trippier's way of saying, "Listen, I'm not really asked about playing for England, so if you don't pick me, I'm not going to go too crazy." That's why he left the Prem. You know them ones.
Yeah.
Who we got next?
Next is Brentford.
Okay, Brentford. Well, their start was the honeymoon start. You know, they beat Arsenal and they got a very credible draw with Liverpool, but you can clearly see that the gas has run out a little bit. You know,
I think you can see in their play style recently that they're relying on Tony a lot.
Yeah, but we kind of knew that was the case.
Yeah, you knew that in the first place, but before then, everyone was pitching in. It was looking like a good team performance, and looked like Thomas Franks has just done what Chris Wilder did when he came up and just done really well. But like people have stamped that out. Clubs have stamped that out pretty quickly because Tony and Mbeumo were doing really good. I'm not saying that they're not doing good now, but they're not firing as much as they were.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I'd love to go to Brentford away.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a moment because obviously, we haven't played Brentford in the league since I think the 70s at a push, because that's the last time we were lower than the second tier. I just seen Brush's comment there about Chelsea throwing out Tuchel the way that Uncle Phil would throw out Jazz. Brush, you're gonna have me dying over here, you know. Shout out the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Ah!
Yeah, I should be going to Millwall.
I'm not going because I'm in a different country. But if it's on television or if I'm somehow able to watch it, believe me, I'll be watching it. Don't matter what day, what time. I'll be some way. I'll find a way to get that game on my attention span because when that draw came in, it was like the Football Factory scene, bruv. I just was in shock.
What? We got fucking Millwall.
Hey? I can't fucking hear ya. Hey? Yes. What? Who is it? It's fucking Millwall.
Villa not been good for years. Spent a lot of money as well. Big up vibes.
Big up, guys. Big up.
Got Benfica on the big screen. Mason's finish was apparently decent. Shout out to
Sure.
Jamaica.
Yeah, sure. What you saying?
Commentary on my stream is in some next language, so I figured I'd have this on. Might as well.
We love that, Brush. We love that.
This is probably better than the game because it's a dead team anyway. Yeah, we could drop the link after we've gotten through our bits. Vamos Benfica. Loyalty points will fuck me over for the
Seaweed game and Millwall
and the Lion game.
Yeah.
You
need a bank of parish points for these games, bro. It's actually a mad thing. You need hella parish points for them, you know.
I'm lucky enough that I've got my granddad's ticket still, and he's got I think he's got near enough 5k points on there.
Rotted. Your granddad was stacking up them points, you know, big him up every time.
It is what it is.
Listen, real winners talk out here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, to get back on point with Brentford, it's one of them where them getting promoted was good for the league, good for the club, because obviously they replaced Fulham, so it still keeps that dynamic of 6 London clubs in the Premier League. Obviously, we're the only one south of the river. Let me say that again: there's only one team south of the river. You understand? There's no other South London team in the Premier League. But with Brentford, you're looking at them and thinking, boy, January is a big window for them, because at the moment it's still within reach to stay up, because let's be fair, you don't need 40 points to automatically be right. You're safe. You can get close to that and still stay up. It's not all about 40 points and that's it, you're fine. But I want them to stay up, because they're a much fresher breath. They're a breath of fresh air rather than your Huddersfields and no disrespect to the Watfords and Norwiches. Like, the more newer clubs come in and stay in the league, it's better. And yes, you could argue, but Brentford will eventually become a Stoke or a Norwich, and that's true. But Brentford's new stadium is something that you want to see in the Premier League. It doesn't belong in the Championship. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's like a newer version of Bournemouth Stadium. Like, it's still tiny, but it's a brand new build.
No, nothing beats Bournemouth Stadium for size. That was a joke. 11,000 in the Premier League.
Yeah, man. When I went there, I was near enough the back row, and I swear I was like, if I was in Selhurst, I'd not even be halfway back. Like,
there's nothing surrounding that ground, though, is there? Like, it's not like it's built up around a built-up area. It's like
so. So when I went there, it's just around the front. It's just a big car park, which is owned by Brentford themselves, and around the back of the stadium, it's their training ground. So it's just more pitches. So if they wanted to, they could take a slight hit on the training ground and gain an extra couple thousand seats. However, that ground is in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. So how the hell are people going to get to it if they make their car park smaller?
Is that Brentford or Bournemouth you're talking about?
Bournemouth.
Yeah, I was thinking Bournemouth. They shouldn't have. They're not built up. They're not in a built-up part of that part of
no, they're not.
Of Dorset. Like like the stadium is a fair bit away from the town of Bournemouth. Yeah. But yeah. Let's move on to them lot. I ain't gonna say the name because we're live, but you know who's coming next. The Seaweed.
No, it's Burnley.
Alphabetical though, isn't it?
Well, we don't want to go for them, man.
Oh, it's quite simple. They're just the celebrate draw specialists, bro.
Okay. And
you understand? Like, I'm not going to be complimentary about them or nothing. Bear in mind, it's called Talkin Ish. With these lot, they're just dead food, bro.
I'll say one thing as well. Shout out to Malpai doing the same thing to the Southampton family stand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a normal criminal element thing, if you know what I'm saying. That's hella sus, bruv. If man is shushing the family stand of both Crystal Palace and Southampton. Nah, I don't like that. But then again, they've got a real good tie-in with Prison FC these days, so you understand.
Mate, Prison FC is getting new players by the day at this point.
I understand, especially that Walad Basuma.
Yeah, Benzema up front now with his
Yeah.
blackmail charges.
All they need to do is bring Neil Shipley out of retirement and put him in goal, a big fat lump.
Bring back Adam Johnson. We got two up front.
Aye, you know that'd be his favourite formation, bro. The dirty bastard.
4-4-2, yeah.
Yeah, trust me. What does that add up to? 10? Oh, brilliant. Now, but listen, with Burnley is an interesting one because obviously Maxwell Cornet has done an absolute madness, and you're looking at that and going, how the ish did he sign for Burnley? Because a couple of the bigger clubs fell sleeping on him. Like if he goes to Arsenal or Everton, for example, or even Leicester, you're thinking, boy, that's a big signing. But the fact he's gone to Burnley, you're thinking it's the most un-Burnley of signings, but it's worked wonders for them, and fair play to them for that.
Yeah, they were linked with some decent players. They were linked with that Juventus kid, I think McKinney.
Weston McKinney, yeah.
Good midfielder, man. Like I wouldn't say similar to Cornet, but he's a midfielder with flair. And you're thinking that's not very Sean Dyche. What's this all about? But you know what? Yeah, I think that I know Burnley are 18th right now, but I think that if Dyche can get them playing like how they played against us, yeah, mate, they ain't going down this year.
They can corn people if they play like that, you know. We're not for Guaita pulling a save out of his ass. You're like, oh my god, this could have been
we lose
way
that 4-3.
You understand? So it's like the one time we need him to come good, and he comes good. Where is this? Where was this guy half the season, bro?
Yeah. Seaweed Town is a shithole team. I don't know why
they're still in the Prem.
This is
neither
a shout.
do we, bro.
This is a shout.
Big up, Mr. Chatterjee. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that at some point.
That is a shout. You think on it? Well, he had to definitely. I bet you
trust
didn't
me.
even know what a Burnley was.
What is a Burnley? He definitely had to Google Burnley because let's be honest, not many people know the towns outside of the major cities.
Yeah, he Googled Burnley and just saw a steam train and was thinking, what the fuck is this, bro?
No. Man Googled Burnley and got hella pics of orcs and them thing there and fucking
troll from under the bridge and all this bullshit.
You understand? Oh, bruv. But yeah, no, listen, to be fair to Burnley, like Sean Dyche is doing what Dyche does, bruv. Like he's a dead manager. Let's not get it twisted. He's a dead manager. But
chain smoker.
Yeah, he man sounds like a Dalek half the time, bro. Exterminate. But to be fair to him, with the resources he has, because I know that he's got a bit of American money behind Burnley now, he's doing all right still. And look, Burnley will be fine. They're in the league long enough to know how it is to get out of that bear pit that is the relegation zone. It's teams like Norwich that they talk a good game of, we're going to make a good crack of it this time. Bruh, you're that shit. I'm actually thinking that if we don't beat you, we deserve to get relegated. And trust me, that'd be the most Palace thing ever.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about our friends in SW6, is it? Yeah, Chelsea is SW6.
Yeah. Shout out Ed, as he's the Burnley fan, isn't it?
No, that's Dan. Ed's the Wolves fan.
Oh well, we'll get there anyway. Yeah, Chelsea.
Ed, your shout out's coming. Yeah. Chelsea, boy. They don't need a striker in their winning games, apart from getting cornered by West Ham recently. But with Chelsea, you've got to respect the model. If a manager's not doing well, go on. There's none of this pissing about giving him 25, 30, 40, 50 games. It's literally, no, listen. You need to be on smoke and keep yourself on smoke because that trap door will open at any point.
That's a hell of a comment, Rich.
Rich, that's a wicked one. We love that.
But you know what? Yeah, without a striker, and you've got to say, even though you hate what they do, but they've got the best youth system in the world, probably. Like 20 Donnies out on loan every year, no matter what. And you wouldn't say every year, but near enough every year, they always send out someone and they come back a hell of a player, and they sell him for 30 million minimum these days. So they're probably one of the best run clubs in the world right now.
Yeah, well, that's how it's done. You know,
Yeah,
that's what you got to do. And people like to
yeah.
bemoan it and say, "Oh, Chelsea are stockpiling talent," and the big
As
clubs
long,
always do it.
yeah, as long as the club is making money from it and being sustainable from it, I know that Abramovich can just go, "Well, you're failing. Here's 100 million," but
Here, take the
Chelsea
black
don't need.
card and give me the change.
Chelsea don't need to do that right now. I saw someone worked it out with when they bought Lukaku, and they actually still 20 million in the green after buying him. And
There
that's
you
it. That's
go.
that's that's just crazy to me that they can be in the green by 20 million after spending 100 million on Lukaku. Like
Yeah, but
I,
that's the thing.
that's the stuff that we wish for, that we could even see or even have a glimmer of in the
Oh
future.
yeah, 100%. But you got to
And that's what
remember,
we
like
hope our academy can deliver, hopefully in the future
that's why
sometime.
we spent 20 million on our academy because now obviously we don't mean to go too much into Crystal Palace, but let's put this into perspective. Our fan base for years and years and years and years and years, probably from 14-15 season, was talking about why aren't we playing the kids? Why aren't we playing the kids? The whole 9 yards. A lot of the team the youngsters we had coming through at the time was shit.
Oh yeah,
Like Saleh
100%.
Kai, people love to overhype him and be the next Wilfried Zaha, and I'm there thinking, I'm not sure that's an accurate thing to call him because that puts significant pressure on him to be the next Wilfried Zaha. Obviously, eventually he left. Hiram Boateng left. A couple of other players here and there left, and you're thinking, who's come through? Then AWB happens, and we're thinking, whoa, wait a minute, this is different. Mitchell then comes through,
100%.
and again we're thinking, wait a minute, Hopeless Coke is no longer a myth. It actually exists.
Yeah,
But with
and we,
Chelsea, their model is faultless because even if a young player is meant to be the next big thing in football, if they're getting 20, 25 million from us, Burnley, Everton, don't matter. Yep, take him. There you go.
yeah, but
They
there's
do
a buyback
business.
clause.
Oh, yeah, no, listen, they're not dumb. They wouldn't sell a player and not get a buyback clause in. Like Gallagher, they said, no. You ain't taking him on a permanent, but you can have him on loan. And they weren't hearing us talk about a buyout option earlier. They were like, no, loan deal only. There you go. He's yours for the year. Look after him. Make sure he plays. No worries. They play smart. They play to win. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying? They're not here to just, oh, well, we've won a Champions League. We've won a Europa League. They did it. They've done it by playing smart business. Bear in mind, they sold David Luiz for way more than they bought him back for.
well, I feel like we've covered Chelsea and Palace a bit there, to be fair.
Yeah, so we'll move on to the
So
Toffees. The
Everton.
Toffees!
What, lad?
The Toffees!
Oh, what's
You
that?
what?
What's that? Rodriguez? Up the Toffees.
Ah, bruv.
And now he's in the Arabic League, isn't he?
He's in the Middle East. I think it's
Saudi
Qatar
League,
or
I think.
Saudi League, yeah. Man's gone from the Bernabeu to the Saudi League. Fucking hell, bro.
In the space of 2 years.
You understand? Mad thing. But
I think with them, man. Shout out for them taking on Townsend, and they're finally realizing what we were moaning about. Because I saw some Everton fans complaining, "Oh, all this guy does go to the byline and whip the cross in. There's no one in the box." I'm thinking, "Oh, now you're seeing where we're coming from, mate."
you know what really made me laugh with Everton's Twitter? There was an Everton fan that had tweeted me. He's deleted the tweet since this, but when they signed Townsend, he was telling me, I'm going to be watching you for your Townsend slander, this and that, because he knew I was sending Townsend corn last season. Because there were times Townsend could have a shot, crossed it. Townsend should have crossed it, shot. And I'm thinking, for fuck's sake, is his brain on backwards or something? This guy used to piss me off significantly, way more than any other player. When we released him, I was like, I'm going to miss him for that odd worldie he pulls out of his arse. You're like, Townsend, what? Oh, wait, no, that's your customary one worldie a season. All
Yeah,
right, cool.
he's already banged that in for Everton, so he's not going to touch the ball in the opposition box.
Oh,
The
he's not
rest
going
of the
over his
season.
quota, bro. Because if he does, he'll break down.
Trust me.
You know that already. But seeing the way that they got through Arsenal, I was like, thank fuck the new manager curse can't hit us again. Thankfully, there is somebody has finally realised, all right, we've pissed Palace off enough. Let's just Rafa Benitez can come to Selhurst Park on Sunday. It's calm. That's all we want. It's calm. Wavy.
Which one after you said that you get sacked anyway? Even
No,
after
no,
beating
no,
us.
no, 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 no. They're in a mess right now, so sacking a manager is not really the smartest thing they can do.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because bear in mind, Marcel Brand's thingy, he left, didn't he, or he got sacked or something like that. He was their, I think he was their CEO or something like that. So you understand, like they're not in a good position right now to be letting go of man here and there. They need to keep it in house as quickly as possible because after Christmas, sack him all you want. I could care less, but not when you're about to play us on Sundays. Like no more manager curses, no more new manager bounce, none of this. Just leave it.
uh,
So it's Leicester, right?
yes. Yeah, Leicester. I don't know, Leicester.
They just do Leicester things, bruv. To be honest, like they've held firm in
they'll win big
Europa.
teams. They'll lose to small teams sometimes. They'll do all right in
Europa.
Europe. Vardy will bag. That's just a given at this point. And every time they go to Europe, Patson Daka's doing a madness. Every time they go in Europe, that man is bagging 2 goals.
Yeah. I mean, I just find it funny that these people against the Rainbow Laces campaign are saying Vardy's their hero. Yet the same corner flag that he kicked the shit out of, he wrote a message to the LGBT Leicester fans. I said, keep doing the amazing work you're doing. So they're all saying, Vardy's our hero, Vardy's our superhero. Nah, mate, I don't think so. Because Vardy's supporting the very thing you're hating. So, yeah. Like, when you score a goal, you're not thinking rationally. Like, oh my God, I just scored. What do I do? What do I do? You just kick corner flag out of it. And then you realise, oh, shit, I probably shouldn't have broken that.
Well, because the thing is, even if it didn't have the LGBT flag on it, you still would have broken the flag anyway.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? Like these people are worshipping Vardy on his Twitter, and he's actually said to them, "Can you stop sending me these messages, please?" Because bear in mind that looks negatively on him as a player and on Leicester as a club. And you've got to remember, Leicester have done immense work in the community under the Thai family that bought them. Obviously, we all know what happened to the late Kun Vichai, may he rest in peace. But if you look at Leicester this season, they're just doing what Leicester do, bro. They're not too crap. They're not too good. They're up and down like most teams in the division.
Leeds next. Have you seen?
Boy, Nicky's lucky he went on this stream because I think Nicky would have torn him a new arsehole after that.
if I could play that video that them Leeds fans made, I would. But if you want to go find it, it's funny. They ripped Nicky a new arsehole basically.
They put him in a spliff big time.
They just take away everything that he says. To be fair to him, they leave out most of the context, but it's still funny.
But they're not going to go for everything he was saying. They just want to go for the bits that they could take the piss out of. So, unfortunately, he kind of got clipped on that one. But with Leeds,
their injury thing is mad. Have you seen them?
Listen, look, Liverpool did injury FC excuses last season, or the season before, sorry. I'm not hearing this injury FC malarkey again. Basically, with Leeds, it's 3 words. Second season syndrome. I know they beat us recently, but we literally could have handed it to them on the plate. It was literally just, what's that? You haven't scored in time? Haven't won a game in time? Haven't kept a clean sheet in time? Here you go, mate. Here you go. Free of charge. We're just giving it away for free, mate. Everything must go. That's what we do. But with Leeds, you're like, no, this is second season syndrome. And I warned Leeds fans of this on Twitter last year. I was saying, you've done really well. Fair play to you. But second season, you could be in trouble. No, not us. We're too big to go down. I've heard that before from Newcastle fans, funnily enough. And They dropped into the Championship. Now, if Bielsa can somehow stop squatting and doing his little butt workout on the touchline and actually manage his team, you never know. They could get out of it. But I don't know. With Leeds, you don't know. One week they're good, the next week they're absolute dog shit. So it's hard to know which Leeds is going to turn up.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. You can't. They're very inconsistent, same way as us in a sense. But with
we're consistent, all right. But we're consistently predictable. We
yeah,
know what's coming. It don't matter who we're playing. We just know. Let me guess. A worldie, last minute winner, last minute equaliser, or Jordan Ayew misses from 2 yards out.
Did someone say 90 plus?
In it.
But with their style of play, it just seems predictable that if they are on the back foot at any point in the match, it looks like a goal will come because of how open they play. Because if you get a break, it looks like you're on. But
yeah.
Oh well. Liverpool.
Clutch. I don't think we need to say too much about them because when everybody's thinking this is it, this is the moment they're going to break it. No, they're clutch. Origi proved that against Wolves on the weekend, just gone. Everyone thought, Wolves done really well to get a point. I was saying, no, you don't know Liverpool, mate. They don't need to smack someone 4-5-0 to come up with the 3 points. They just need to get that one man who's clutch in the last minute and boom, there you go. And they did it last night as well against Milan, didn't they?
I don't know. I don't know about them, man.
I think they did. I think they won 2-1 or something like that. I wasn't following it, to be fair, because I don't really follow midweek Champions League games. No interest, because obviously we're not in Europe, and I don't think we ever will be, sadly. But I was looking at it thinking, Liverpool have got the clutch ability just locked in, bro. It's like it's like a match attacks card that you just pull out and go, right, I got the clutch card, so boom, last minute winner, there you go.
Yeah, it's the plus 15 card. You're like, yeah.
You know them ones.
So City. After getting spun by the mighty Eagles, they have turned the corner.
Yeah, because Pep was like, how the fuck did I lose to a man I actually used to coach? What's going on?
Trust me, I used to do Zoom meetings with this Donny to tell him how to coach, and then he put me in a spliff. Never again.
Not even put in a spliff. You're just like, I'm Rick Laporte. You're a grade A dickhead. He must have given Laporte a significant bollocking after that. He was like, you're a dickhead. Why did you get sent off? You know Zaha is that kind of player.
Yeah, City away is not for everyone.
You understand? Not many teams can go away to City and keep a clean sheet. But somehow we did it. You know what I'm saying?
And we scored twice as well, so it wasn't a fluke.
You know what I'm saying?
But
City, bro, isn't it?
Their squad depth is so deep that they could put out 2 11s and still both of their 11s are better than our first 11.
Yeah, but bear in mind, they've got endless resources.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, we're hoping that Harrison Blitzer sneeze 50 million in between them. And then Texter and Parrish decide to go, do you know what, lads? Thanks for that, but we'll take it. Because Texter's going, listen, what's that? We need a new left back? There's the money. What's that? We need a new striker? There's the money. Texter ain't dicking about, bro. He's making these two Americans are like, right, pricks, bro. But if we could get an oil baron, he'd be like, oh shit, we've got oil money now. Obviously the HF would be deep conflicted. I wouldn't give a shit. It'd be like, that's cool. I'm fine with having oil money. Fuck it. Football is gone. The whole integrity of football went the minute oil money came in. So if your club gets bought, you're not going to be fucking going, oh, I'm not supporting Palace no more because we're an oil club. Bollocks, am I? I'd be well up till for every game. Are you mad?
I don't think I could disagree with you, to be fair. Obviously, it won't be good for the integrity of the game, but for enjoyment and actually pushing up the table and being a more prominent club, mate, this could be our only chance that we ever get to do that.
Let's be honest. That's the only way we're going to get that main stand rebuilt is if we bribe some Tory councillors to go, listen, get this blood clot planning permission dealt with already. We've had enough waiting for it.
It's man like Sadiq, so what do you expect? It's not going to get done.
Well, to be fair, TFL are falling apart, and that's on his watch. So need I say more?
But going back to City again, it's a race between them and Chelsea for the title. I think. I mean, Liverpool get close, but I don't think they'll do it.
If Liverpool can survive AFCON without losing Mane and Salah, yeah, they'll be up there. I know they've got Jota, I know they've got Minamino, but Mane and Salah are just them dudes. They lose them, they're fucked.
And I would pick up on Brush's comment here, and I'd probably say Bernardo Silva's probably their most important player.
Oh, listen, Bernardo Silva's a bad boy. There's no getting away from it. Like, bear in mind, people were saying, "Oh, he's not as good as David Silva." They don't play the same position. You know, Bernardo Silva is that kind of player that every team in this league wants to have in their squad.
100%.
While some men are dealing with Jordan Ayew, City have got Bernardo Silva as a luxury. Keyword there is luxury.
Yeah. Ayew's trying to be like his dad, but he ain't nowhere near his dad.
Bro, Ayew's just that player that you're just hoping to God nobody else is thinking, oh, he looks good. It's like, if we can trick someone to sign him from us, I swear to God, I'd dance a jig of joy. That would just be hilarious, bro. It's like Sorloth. Man bought him for what was it, 9-10 million, and sold him for way more than that. It was like, rotted. We've actually chiefed someone for Sorloth. Parrish is a mad genius, bro.
I swear. Where is he now? I swear he's Sociedad, isn't he?
So, well, he put it this way: he ain't playing for us, which I'm grateful for because it was like Bambi on ice, bro.
Let's go to Brush's team, Man United. What are we saying for them? Are we saying Ragnick's going to turn them around or not?
I mean, it's easy to look at it when they played us and say, oh, they're on their way back. The big test for him is how does he challenge the big games? It's all well and good beating Crystal Palace and beating Norwich, who they play on the weekend. If he can turn them around against the likes of Liverpool, Man City and Chelsea, and obviously he's done well against Arsenal, because to be fair, it's Arsenal. Arsenal are famous for losing their shit at Old Trafford. You're thinking to yourself and saying, right, obviously I know he was Michael Carrick in the dugout for the Arsenal game, but you're thinking and going, if he can get some players out that are well overdue leaving, like Phil Jones, thinking, how the fuck is Phil Jones he's just about over 10 years at Man United? What? Big man, Julian Speroni was there for 15 years with us, and even we were thinking, do you know what, Jules? As much as it kills us, it is time to go. Like, Phil Jones is not a Manchester United defender. I know that he was there when they won league titles and what have you, but a Manchester United level defender, his name doesn't correlate with that statement. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Fergie somehow managed to draw blood from a stone in making him look good, but I don't think Phil Jones is the textbook Manchester United defender in the likes of Vidic, Ferdinand, Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister, all these old players. They've had players before you like, these are Manchester United level defenders. And then they've got Phil Jones and Harry Maguire. United still need to clear a lot of the dead Ollie signings out of the team, one of which they took off us for 45 million. Dougie Freedman, Steve Parrish, we love you. That was absolutely sensational business for AWB.
And we will definitely take him back on loan. We just need to put that out there as well.
Oh, yeah, listen. No, we'll just do a Zaha. Sell him for stupid money and buy him back for peanuts.
With a dense sell-on clause.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was the funniest thing ever. We sold Zaha for 10 mil, bought him back for 3. Genius. And I had a Man United fan at the time tell me, no, you didn't make a profit. You made a loss. Nah, we weren't the buying club when he left Palace. You lot were. We bought him back for 3 and we sold him for 10. So who's lost the money here? He was like, oh yeah, I said, there you go. You made a loss of 7 mil. Unlucky, mate. But look, with Ranić, I think he can turn it around because he needs to. If Man United don't bare minimum get 5th, that's a problem. Because 6th or 7th for a club like Manchester United is inconceivable. The United fans don't even need to tell us that in the chat because some of them already are aware that this thing will take time. But it all depends on what kind of way, Ranić can make them tick and make them click.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, and also that I see United fans getting extremely gassed that they won his first match, but they also need to remember we are Crystal Palace. We're not Liverpool. Like, I get that getting them 3 points is big, but you can't gas it that much. It's a big win for you because you don't win that much since Ollie happened. But come on, man, it's one training session. You got to see what his ideals are properly.
If they call Norwich, then I don't understand the celebrations because he's had time to really work on it, and then you're going to see Norwich going to get absolutely slapped. So we'll go, do you know what? A 1-0 defeat to Man United, we're cool with that. But now listen, look, Ollie had to go. I said this before the Man United game. So
He
I'm
should
not
have
going
been
to
sacked
change my
after
tune.
they lost the Europa League, I think.
I said that on the preview stream. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say it again. Man United fans were saying this the whole time. Brush, Chino, they were all saying these kinds of things. So it's not new to any of them. But let's keep it moving.
Chino probably said it a bit differently, but we'll move on from that.
Oh, yeah, but listen, there's no point trying to paraphrase Chino because we'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Big up Chino every time, though. Big him up. Big him up.
Trust me. Yeah, quick button, but the under 18s have just gone 2-1 up against Barnsley.
Hey.
Which is good. And Newcastle is next on our list. 19th in the table. I see loads of Newcastle fans saying that Joe Linton's got a new. Apparently, he's world class now. Apparently, he's better than Ronaldo, the best number 7 in the league. But listen, I'm not impressed. And Eddie Howe.
Whoa. So I know that the Newcastle fans have had 14, 15 years of Mike Ashley, and that will turn anyone delusional, right? Yeah. Because you can understand their pain and their frustration and their anger. Putting the names Joe Linton and Cristiano Ronaldo in the same sentence is an oxymoron. Categorically. Whether it's 96-year-old Ronaldo or 16-year-old Ronaldo. Joe Linton can't even polish his boots, let alone start his car, let alone wipe his ass, let alone bathe his kids. Joe Linton is a Brazilian Dwight Gale, bruv.
Joe Linton will miss his own funeral, bruv.
You understand? Like, Joe Linton and Mateta, between them, would be the worst ever SWAT team. Just hella misses everywhere all over the shop, bruv. Nah, bruv. Joe, listen, with Newcastle, they've got all the money in the world and they can spend some of it in January. But the one window ain't getting them out of trouble. The first win was just last weekend in December.
And that's shocking.
I know that they've had 7 draws, but you're looking at it thinking, no matter whether it's 7 draws, 1 draw, they haven't won a game until December. That's criminal. And let's be fair, Newcastle are not a newly promoted team. They've re-established themselves in the league. So you're looking at it and going, well, if they get relegated to the Championship, that would be the funniest shit ever. Under Mike Ashley, Premier League football. Granted, 2 relegations, but majority of the time was Premier League football. The new ownership, down. Beautiful. And if Sunderland ever got promoted, that would just be jokes. Seeing them 2 in the Championship together. Because the FFP in the Championship's a lot tighter. Because look at QPR, they got whipped. The Championship, the Football League, pistol whipped QPR for the money they were spending before they got promoted last time out. You're thinking, boy, FFP could be a bit of a mad thing if Newcastle don't stay up.
Hoping we can get Zaha until after
Seaweeds. Apparently, Liverpool are going to delay Mane and Salah to leave. We could do the same. That depends on the FA, because if the FA step into the Premier League and say, listen, you can't withhold players from international tournaments, Liverpool may not have a choice.
And also with, I don't like saying the word because it annoys me, just the word, COVID, you never know. They might have to cancel AFCON again. I doubt it. But maybe they'll be like, yo, you can't leave the country for sport. And if you do leave, you can't come back. And Zaha said that he don't want to go out there because every time he goes out there, he comes back sick. And obviously, he's got two young sons. Probably don't want
Yeah.
to risk it, does he?
Well, no, I mean, none of us would if it was us. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
Who's next on our list then, bruv?
I think it's Norwich.
They're
I think,
shit. That's
yeah.
all I've got to say, brother. There's no point in going into it.
I think they're whack, but I think that the new manager's probably given them a glimmer of hope. But I wouldn't say that's enough hope to be confident you'll stay in the league.
For me, they just get piped like Page every week, bro. It's not even, it's a joke thing at this point. You understand? It's just mad. It's like, what was the point in getting promoted? Like, yes, you're too good for the championship, but that's not a compliment. Because being too good for the championship doesn't correlate to being good in the Premier League. They're literally in that mini league of too shit for the Prem, but too good for the champ.
Oh, you're not wrong, and we know from previous experience in the Premier League, Pookie ain't it.
Now, listen, we've heard this all before from Norwich about, Todd Cantwell ain't getting the game. Timu Pukki, yeah, less said about him, the better. Look, Norwich are one of them teams that they'll come up, go straight back down. Yo-yo settings. Next.
Southampton.
Apart from their captain being a grade A dickhead, they're kind of doing all right.
They got
not terrible, not brilliant.
They got a hell of a steal, that left back, that Livramento.
Yeah, he's playing really well this season. Did they sign him permanently or was that a loan?
I think it's a permanent, but I think that Chelsea can buy him back for like 4 million or something like that.
Yeah, and as we said about Chelsea, that's why they've got the capability to do that. But no, give them props. But to be fair, Adam Armstrong, nah, mate.
We dodged a bullet there.
Delighted we didn't sign him. Oh my lord. Nah, we're fine.
That one goal was a hit and hope.
That was Roy the Rovers, bruv. Just route one, knock it as hard as you can on FIFA. And press the B button, the circle button, just whichever button is the shoot button. You hit that and just hope it hits top bins.
It's like that Igalo clip. You know, I don't know. I just had to smash it.
Igalo was jokes back in the day, man.
Oh man, I think we got Spurs next.
Boy, if this was Nuno's Tottenham, then Expressions channel would have been a whole lot more entertaining.
You got more roles than Royce, bruv.
Is that Royce 5'9" he's trying to talk about?
Fun, no, probably.
Listen, give it up to Expressions every time, man. That guy is a genius.
You got to touch on this for Southampton as well. Selling Ings is a blow.
They're used to selling players though. Like these men have sold Mane, Klein, Van Dijk, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Walcott. You name the player, they've sold them. So it's nothing new to them. They chose to take the money. They could have said no. So like you can't really say, oh, feel sorry for Southampton. They chose to let him go. They chose to take that money and go, yeah, we'll take that. Granted, yeah, his quality, you're going to miss that, but they took the money. At the end of the day, money talks. Bear in mind, Jack Grealish went from Villa, and Villa said, right, 100 million, let's go buy Danny Ings. Right?
Shout out, Jay.
Big up yourself, Jay.
Yeah, but with Tottenham, mate, I told you when Conte came in, I think it's just a bad fit. I don't think it's going to work because all the managers that they've brought in have said, I see the problem. I can't fix that problem. And even Conte himself is coming out and saying, yo, I see this problem. And I don't know what I'm going to do about it. First things first. You don't want to hear that from the main man.
Bruv, it's quite simple with Tottenham, yeah? Daniel Levy is dead convinced that Tottenham should be shopping at Waitrose and Marks and Spencer's. The problem he has is that Tottenham's budget is more correlated to Tesco, Lidl and Aldi. Don't get me wrong, them shops are some big food in them shops. I'm not trying to diss these three supermarkets.
Shout out Aldi Bakery.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? That there's some bad boy things in them shops. But when you're thinking that you're a Waitrose and Marks and Spencer's club, when you're really working more towards that Tesco's and Sainsbury's and Lidl and Audi,
If you're
you know,
Tesco's, you need that club card for that discount. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
you know what I'm saying? Like we've already got one team trying to think that they're Tesco FC on the south coast out here, so I ain't trying to go back into that. But with Tottenham, it's very simple. Take out Harry Kane and Son. There aren't many players there that you'd get the fear of God in. Bergwijn, okay, he can have it in the odd game here or there, but yeah, see, Tottenham are that kind of club where they need a team of players, as in they need individuals that when Harry Kane drops out and Son drops out, you can still go, oh shit, that guy's on smoke. This guy's on smoke. You take them two out of the team, you're just thinking, right, they make us look world class, and we've got nobody outside of Zaha before this season. Whereas now we're talking about options with Eze, Elise, Edouard, Benteke, the rest of it. With Tottenham, they literally have nobody but them two. Because the other lot, you're like, they're okay.
Hey, shout out that striker that they've got, that Vinicius. Remember when he did the Mbappe when he scored against that non-league team when they pumped them like 7-0? He scored a tap in and went,
oh yeah, Marine FC. Yeah, I remember that.
You're a fucking idiot, bro. What's wrong with you?
Dickhead. Like, but look, that's Tottenham, bro. I mean, what did Chiellini say? It is the history of the Tottenham. Oh fucking hell!
Tottenham.
Bro, trust me.
Let's go.
Plus, they need to get their Wi-Fi sorted for Niffen, because Niffen gets fried every single week. Oh
yeah,
bro.
Every time he's like, I'm not in Tottenham. You sure?
You sure, Niffen?
Have you seen this guy's Twitter? Donny's getting on a plane like every day. I'm like, bro, this guy's got bread.
Planes, trains, and automobiles, bruv, because man's talking about Thameslink, Gatwick Express. You name it, man's talking about it. It's a madness.
Watford.
I like their manager. I don't like their football club. That's all I'm saying. I ain't going into any detail with Watford. I like the manager. Got a lot of respect for Ranieri. I don't like the club. Never have, never will.
You probably say Dennis is probably the signing of the season. £3 million.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, but I don't really want to talk too positively about them because I get sick in my mouth, and I'm not going to do that, bro. So let's just move on.
I think Dennis is a good player.
Yeah, no, we'll keep it moving.
Last thing, you got the team with the worst mascot, fucking Hammer.
Bruv,
their mascot is like a Thum from Spy Kids. If you know, you know.
Man said Thum, you know. Oh my god. You know what it is with West Ham, yeah? If we ever do West Ham away, we have to bring binoculars. We've got to bring fucking telescopes. Because, bruh, I could probably see the pitch closer from Dublin than I can from the London Stadium stands. It's just a joke team, bruv.
I don't go West Ham away unless I'm in the bottom tier. If it's top tier, I ain't going. I did that once. I made a mistake.
Because that
was when we had Punching on the wing. That was a big mistake.
The last time I did West Ham away, we was at Upton Park, where Murray got sent off. I think so. We won 3-1 or something like that. Murray scored twice, and I remember he got sent off. It was like, fuck's sake. But yeah, no, West Ham away normally for me was like one of the big games to get excited for because it was a proper London derby. Yeah, you can stick your bubbles, is right. What did Michael Jackson's Pet Monkey do to them, bruv? They're dirty bastards over there at West Ham. I'm forever blowing bubbles. They're dirty bastards. No wonder Michael Jackson was saying,
the monkey was swinging on his bollocks, mate.
Isn't it? Ow!
I got the freedom.
The way you're making me feel. Oh shit!
Oh man, but
right, let's do.
You gotta give them credit though; they're doing well.
Are they?
They're packing teams. What? West Ham?
I mean, they're doing well, but let's be fair. It's West Ham. They'll fuck you off eventually.
True.
Like, don't get me wrong. They are doing well. I'm not going to dismiss them that not doing well. They are doing well. But let's be fair. I know they've got a new investor in that, but with West Ham, like, they lose Antonio. Who plays up top for them? The Hobbit Lanzini? No. Come on, man. Bilbao Baggins ain't scoring for them like what Antonio does. I'm going on an adventure. Gets smacked into Virgil van Dijk like the dickhead that he is. I hate Lanzini because every time he plays, he always bags against us. It's like, can you just stop being great against us, please, bro? Like, just take the day off, bro.
Even when he had eye patch settings, he still scored. Oh man, yeah. Let's go into the
Sign one, sell one.
Buy one, sell one, and I think that'll bring us to the end. We'll get through the rest of it on our next Wednesday show then.
Yeah, definitely. We'll open it up for people who want to come in and chat as well just before we go.
Yeah, we can open it up now, and then they can join in with a buy one, sell one.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Wow. Copy the link, paste it in your browser.
Jump on. Let's have a chat.
Trust me. Well, if we went that way, should we do this one in table order?
No, let's just do it random. That way we can just get it through quickly instead of going through cat. So you pick a team, and then I'll pick a team. So we'll each give an opinion on a team.
All right, we'll do Palace last because we'll probably chat about that one the most.
Yeah.
We'll go. If we're going Palace last, we'll go Seaweeds first.
Sign Yaroslav Yak because he'd improve them, and sell Mopai because that guy's a danger to kids. There you go.
Oh, I'm selling Basuma because he's just a danger to people in general.
A danger to women. Yeah, I hear that.
I'll probably do a double sell of him and Connolly because he's just a dickhead as well.
Well, Connolly's impersonating an Irishman, so obviously I don't want him near my national team.
And for them, I think they should sign Adam Johnson as their manager.
Neil Shipley as assistant as well. You understand?
Yeah, you know how it is.
You get me? Tottenham.
Oh, Tottenham. So, I don't know, man. I think you got to get rid of Dele Alli eventually, and a buy. I think they need to buy someone like Josh King.
That could be a shout, actually. Okay. So who you got for me then?
I'll throw you with Wolves.
Oh boy, sell. This is that's a very. I mean, purely for the fact that he's kind of dropped off a bit, I'd say Ruben Neves. He hasn't quite been as important to them as he has been in the last couple of years. Stein, I would say. I mean, I know that Jimenez is a bad boy striker and everything, but when he was out of the team, you could see that they were struggling. So they kind of do what they do with a striker, really, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
So someone like maybe Kelechi Iheanacho.
That's a shout, but you think you would leave Leicester? Oh, we're doing it by itself. It don't really matter.
Yeah. So it's not like these are nailed on. But yeah, so I'm gonna go Kelechi.
All right. Well, before you tell me who I've got, we got a guest. If it doesn't go black.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Well, it looks like Palace Smurf's not joining us. We'll just leave it there until it fixes itself. But we got Brush. How you doing, Brush?
What are you saying, fellas? You good?
Yes, big man.
Yes.
Bro, shout out to whoever did the little merged picture of you guys on the thumbnail. I thought that was a guest at first, you know.
No, that's a merged image of me and Vieira.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Rich for doing all the thumbnails and all the stuff
Yeah,
like that.
Rich is doing all the thumbnails. He got the profile
Christmas
picture
hat
changed.
on the logo.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
noticed the Santa hat as well. That's a nice touch.
Oh yeah, who have we got now, Nate? You can give
Rush's
this one to
favourite
Rush.
team, Liverpool.
Oh shit! Were we talking about Liverpool?
Buy
Buy
and
one, sell
so
one.
so buy one, sell one.
Who would I buy for them and who? Okay.
So who would you buy for Liverpool and who would you sell from Liverpool?
It's a tough one, you know, because that team is very settled. I'd add a midfielder because since they lost Gigi, I'd want someone else in there. It would be someone like up and coming though. It wouldn't even be like a certified star, to be honest with you. I'd probably go with like a Ryan Gravenberch from Ajax.
Okay.
He's got all the potential in the world, but you know he needs to be developed. So yeah. And as for selling, I don't really know, you know, bro. That squad. I mean, it's not a huge squad, isn't it? So I don't think I would get rid of anyone.
I think Oxlade-Chamberlain is a shout to go though, because.
But see, even him, he's had like horrible injuries and that. Like, there's a player in there. You know what? Firmino might be a shout. It might be time for him to move on.
Bobby Brown shoes, do you reckon?
That's a shout.
But then if I'm getting rid of Fabinho, I should probably pick a replacement for one of the forward positions because you can't just rely on Origi. Well, I say that, but he's flipping clutch, isn't he?
That's why I said Liverpool will clutch, bro. They don't need Don Dada players off the bench. Bring on Origi.
And also the one thing you have to really admire about the work Klopp's done, like they don't just go out and get certified superstars. Like almost everyone that's come into that club, he's taken to another level.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't worried. I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't really battering an eyelid when they signed Mane or Salah, to be fair. And you know they've all just gone on and evolved. Firmino too. He was an attacking midfielder when he arrived.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, bro, who have you got for me?
Gigi as well. Gigi's another one. Like, obviously, he done his thing. He done his thing at Newcastle at the time. I was like, well, why are they stockpiling all these attacking midfielders? Because you know it's around the same time they bought Oxen as well. But yeah, they make it work, man.
A Brush. Who do you want Jordan to pick from?
One in the Prem.
What are the choices? What am I making him pick? What?
We've already done Wolves.
Yeah.
Seaweeds.
Brighton, Tottenham. I know I've just sworn, but I'll live with it. Wolves, Seaweed, Tottenham.
You've done Tottenham, yeah?
Yeah.
And Liverpool.
Okay. What was the choices for Tottenham? What were you guys saying for Tottenham?
I said get rid of Ali and bring in Josh King.
Okay. Let's see.
Bear in mind, we're keeping Palace to last.
What would you do at Newcastle?
Oh, I've got a tough one.
That is a tough one because almost everywhere you can improve.
If there's one place,
like pretty much, like you'd want to keep Callum Wilson and St. Maximum, and everyone else is fair game.
I think if there's to get rid of, you're just thinking who's the worst out of all of them. And I'd say this year, you'd probably say someone like Lascelles.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a time when I rated Jamal Lascelles, but I don't know what's happened to him.
Yeah, I think maybe you move on Lascelles, and I know we're looking at him, but I think that that Reading midfielder that we're looking at,
John Swift.
Oh no, not Reading, Rangers. Arbio. I think his name is second name.
Aribo.
Yeah, I think that'll be a shout for them to buy for attacking midfield.
Yeah, that could be a shout.
Or you could change it and get rid of Shelby and bring in that Sander Berg that was at Sheffield.
Liverpool were linked to him before he went to Sheffield United.
Yeah. I'll give Nate Brentford.
Brentford. Boy, that's a very good call. Sell. Well, they can't sell Tony because they'd be mad to sell him. They possibly could sell Mbumo if they could get the right money for him. Because Brentford are masters at selling players for stupid money and using it to further strengthen. Bear in mind that they've sold Watkins, Mopai, and Rama, and they've come out the other side of all those deals, and you're thinking, surely not. They can't do it again. They can't do it again. To sign a player for them, though, you got to look at their midfield. Because apart from Vissa, who looks a decent player, not a lot of their midfielders make me think, okay, they've got a solid midfield that they can build to stay in the league. I think midfield is a big area for them, so I would go with.
Yeah, a lot of their attacking returns as well. I think have come from their wing backs, haven't they?
Yeah, they're very reliant on Rico Henry and Sergi Canos. I think Luca would do a job down there. You know, not even gassing. I think Luca would be a good shout for them.
He'll just shore them up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, make them easier to beat.
Yep. That's also part of the project. Agent Luca and that. Rush.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw Chelsea at you.
Oh, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Jeez. To get rid of, it's got to be Timo, isn't it?
It's got
to be Timo Werner. I think a lot of their fans are getting tired of it now. I do think there's a player in there, but I think it's one of those situations where, you know, he perhaps just needs to go to another league.
Werner scored twice today.
Yeah, but who is that against, bro? Zenit.
Oh, they drew 3-3 against Zenit. That's mad.
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where, you know, he just hasn't acclimatized to the Premier League, and I'm not sure he can put up those kind of numbers here, but he's still a good player. So I would get rid of him, and I would bring in Lautaro Martinez. Because
that's a baller.
Because that would really help Lukaku as well. Because Lukaku seems to have found his Timberlands again, and you know, having invested 100 million in him, they really need him to turn up.
Man said Timberlands.
Bro, someone told me the other day it looks like he's playing in jeans, bro. I couldn't stop laughing.
He's got the Tims and the ripped jeans.
Hey, he's not even playing in Doc Martens, bro. Man's literally out here playing in Timberlands.
Hell. Old school New York vibes. Just bootcut jeans and Tims is what he's playing football in at the moment.
And his snapbacks on the wrong way around as well.
You get me?
So yeah, I think Lautaro would be good because even at Inter, he didn't like a lot of the buzzing around in and around Lukaku. So I think
that partnership was a menace in Serie A.
Yeah. So I think that would be good for them.
Yeah. Just quickly, Palace under-18s have just won 2-1 against Barnsley, so they're through to the next round of the Youth Cup.
Nice.
That's a solid result for the academy.
Yeah, Brush, you got for me then?
Aston Villa.
You know what? I would probably sell one of the Donnies that they've just bought in probably Leon Bailey.
Whoa! Oh, that's a cool.
Because I don't think that. I know that you have. I know that for a club like them, you need to perform, and I think 40 million on someone that hasn't performed, to my memory, once, and the season's nearly halfway done, and you haven't seen a game where he's shone dramatically for spending that kind of money and to get a kind of player that he is.
He's had one or two glimpses. I don't think he's had a run of games though, Jordan.
Well, I'm just going off of what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably say him gone and in. I don't know. I'd probably say like a a left field shot. It won't happen, but like Patson Daka or something like that.
To compete with Watkins and Ings, do you reckon?
No, because Daka played on the wing when he was in Belgium. He didn't play up front. He played up front sometimes, but he didn't play there all
He
the
looks
time.
good up front though.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Brendan Rodgers would like a competition up front.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Steven Gerrard. Sorry, we're talking about Villa. Sorry.
But if you got players that can switch around and do what they need to do, then there's no harm in no competition in all places over there. Then
The thing is that if you look at Ollie Watkins' numbers last season, he did really well. I think them getting Ings kind of threw his game off a bit.
Yeah, I think Villa made that purchase purely because people wanted to see what would they do with the Grealish money.
I thought they did quite well actually to invest all round, because they knew that Grealish money was coming in, and they just got ahead of it before people started, overcharging them, knowing that they've got 100 in the bank.
Buendia was a bit of a weird one, though, to be honest. Like, they really need Emi Buendia? Really?
No, I think it was just about spreading the money out and trying to improve overall when they lost Grealish.
I think you could also make a case for them to maybe get a slightly better left back as well.
Who they got? Matt Target?
Yeah. Nate, I'll give you Norwich.
Fucking hell, you'll have me all year here, bro.
It's only one sell and one buy, so.
Sell Timu Pukki, buy Joe Linton. Shit for shit.
That's fast.
Wow.
Well, you said it was 1 and 1, so I think they'd right. Listen, they may as well just sign shit for shit.
Move that can make Norwich worse.
Yeah, trust me.
40 million, I still can't believe it. Joe Linton. Craziness.
And to think Benteke cost less.
Yeah.
Benteke.
Listen, he scored. He's actually done more.
No, that's the thing. For all the people that love to slander Benteke, I'll keep pointing them. Joe Linton cost 7.5 million more. Just remember that when you go on your little Benteke rants again.
I'm not going to lie to you, though. I was pissed when you guys pretty much gave Liverpool all of their money back. Like, because I was laughing at them, because Benteke did not suit them at all.
No, Brush, I hear that, but you got to remember, we had Fraser Campbell up top.
Yeah.
Like, we were cursed with dead food strikers.
Connor Wickham, who's always injured. Jeez.
Connor who? Oh, Connor Wheelchair. Oh, you should have said.
The glass man.
Do you know what? I quite liked when you had Dwight Gale,
Apart from Liverpool, this man never turned up, though, bruv. Man went missing apart from 2 games in the season. Like, oh, he's back. Where was he?
Even at glimpses at Newcastle, like, I don't know, he just looks like a decent player to me.
I'll tell you one thing, though. I would never forgive us for signing Yaya Sanogo on loan. I was thinking, what was the point in this?
Yeah, that was a mad one.
And then there was Kevin Doyle.
There was a time when Kevin Doyle was bagging goals.
You know what hurt George, though? You see, when we brought back AJ, I was like, this is not the AJ we wanted to see back here, though. That's the problem.
Who you giving Brush?
We'll have to wrap this up quickly because I wanted to briefly touch on the FA Cup. So we'll do the rest in another episode. Brush, I'm going to throw you, let's see, Everton.
Ooh. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Let's see. Solomon Rondon's dead.
Who?
They have got, how long's Calvert-Lewin out for? Do you know?
Well, seeing as he's like Connor Wickham made of glass, I'm suspecting he'll be out for the rest of the season because he goes missing with injury. As for Rondon, imagine there was a time when people were saying he should be playing for a top 6 club. It's like, no, don't get caught in the hype.
Yeah, I'd get rid of Rondon. I'd bring in another front man.
It's like Maynard Figueroa at Wigan. Do you remember he went on this little mad run of scoring worldies and scoring free kicks and everything, and people were like, "Oh, he should be playing at Chelsea." He wasn't on Chelsea's
that
radar.
one goal he scored from his own half?
Oh, that was a mad thing.
Yeah,
it was just like man's whipped it from his own half. How?
So yeah, I'll get rid of Rondon. I don't know how likely. I'd bring in Iheanacho.
Lecce.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had
because he's not getting game time at Leicester at all. And towards the end of last season, you could see what he could do. So, and he's quite prolific in the Premier League actually for what he is.
Mm.
Yeah, he is.
So, I
you want to address that comment from Jay Brush?
What's he saying? No comment.
It's all good, Jay. It's all good. It's all good. Right, before we go, George, we got to talk about the FA Cup draw.
Oh man, I was gassed. I was like, oh.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, because I was when I was watching it, I was thinking, oh, Crawford Town, 50. Oh man.
Yeah.
And it was everything was like a smaller away day. You're thinking, oh, that's brilliant. 50 something. It sounded so much like 15. You're thinking, come on, man.
And then you just hit number 22.
And then,
Millwall.
22.
Number 28. Sorry, number 28. Millwall.
And the thing is, yeah, my dad could confirm this. Millwall came out, and I went, "Oh, it'd be funny if we drew Millwall." And he went, "What we just did?" I was like, "Huh?"
And then the next thing, right? Because I was following it on my phone at work, and I just hear, "We'll play number 50, Crystal Palace." I said, "You're lying." That's the first thing came out my mouth was, "You're lying." This is This is something that happens on FIFA when you're playing as Palace in the Caribbean, when you get Millwall in the cup. You're like, "What?"
Yeah, no, you called it in the group chat, Nate. It was something straight out of Football Factory, man.
Oh, trust me, that was my reaction. Like, yes, fucking yes! I just went bananas. I couldn't contain myself because it was like a South London derby after God knows how long. Oh shit! Now we really are excited because we've got them, and then we've got the other lot in the league. Just like I'm not going to get much sleep that week. Is this 9 years since we played Millwall? Something like that. Nine odd years.
Long time. My time supporting, I haven't seen us play Millwall. No.
We played them in the promotion season, though, didn't we?
Can't remember.
Unless you were really young 9 years ago.
You know what other game I would have? You know what draw I would have liked?
I was 11 years old, Nate, 9 years ago.
Fucking hell.
I would really like to have seen you guys get AFC Wimbledon. That would have been a cool match.
Yes. The Vauxhall garage next to
I mean, with Wimbledon, it wouldn't be quite as spicy because, like the original Wimbledon, we had a lot of needle with because obviously they shared our ground.
Yeah.
As did them stupid bastards from the circus tent. Charlton, for those of you who don't know who I'm on about, but getting Millwall, it was like the Metropolitan Police must fucking hate the FA Cup draw. Because I think, with the exception of Palace, every other London club is at home in the draw of the third round, I think. They're thinking, the Metropolitan Police do not want this game. Because if this game's on television, there might be less trouble there. But if it's a 3 o'clock kickoff as it's supposed to be, that's going to be messy.
Mm.
But yeah, no, Millwall away was like, what? It just froze.
Yeah, let's speed through the rest of the things. Just say the team first two that come to mind, then we can end this off.
Yeah.
So yeah, is Brush? You're giving me one, I think. Yeah.
For what? Sorry. Preview to the weekend's games.
No, Naja, any clubs we can finish our buy one sell one.
Oh, okay. Who's left? Have we done Southampton?
Nope.
No,
Okay, go for Southampton.
Ward-Prowse gone.
Yeah, we don't like him, so I agree with that.
Wow, that's surprising.
in
Oh no, Brush. Trust me. Anybody in Crystal Palace don't like James Ward-Prowse. So seeing him gone would actually ease our relationship with Southampton. We'd be friends with them again.
Yeah.
But Ward-Prowse, nah, don't like him.
I'd probably say Douglas Luiz from Villa.
Like for like, I see it.
I'm giving you West Ham.
That me or Brush?
Nate.
West Ham. Sell Darren Randolph because he's not getting in ahead of Alphonse Areola or Fabianski. And buy out Areola from PSG. Make his loan a permanent.
You know what though? They could do with some competition for Antonio. You know,
They could, but I don't see.
It's literally just him on his ones.
Yeah, but to be fair, they've had to put up with Andy Carroll, Haller. Who else have they had up front over the last couple of years?
Haller's a perfect example as well. Someone who couldn't make it in the Premier League, but there is a player in there. He's balling out for Ajax.
Yeah, they've had. What was his name? Simone Zaza. That was hilarious.
He was terrible. Oh, do you remember that penalty you missed for Italy? Jesus.
Andy Carroll.
He had one job.
Bicycle set-ins against Crystal Palace for some reason.
Of course he scores a bicycle kick against Palace, bruv. Of course he does. He got injured on the way down, bruv.
I was there in the top deck of that bloody stadium. I couldn't see the ball. I had to look at the replay.
Oh, trust me. But yeah, like us, West Ham have been cursed with strikers. Like they sold a man to Celtic there, Ajeti, the Albanian guy. So they definitely could do with some competition for Antonio.
Mm. Yeah, because literally, and even he was a right back when he went there.
He was a right wing back when they signed him.
Yeah, mad.
But to be fair, they used to have Carlton Cole up top, so it's not all bad.
I missed the days when Carlton Cole was at Chelsea.
Carlton Cole and Ashley Cole and Joe Cole. How many fucking Coles are there? Then you add Cheryl Cole. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, it gets worse by the day. Christ. George, I'm going to give you Arsenal.
Sell Aubameyang. If you can. Or even just release him.
I don't think you can sell him, can you?
The way Troops is moving, he might actually sell Aubameyang himself. Because he attacked Aubameyang on his fan cam. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Buy.
Because their strikers are dead.
You know what? Yeah, I know we've said him twice already, but I think Kelechi could do a job there.
Who? Kelechi from AFTV. My brother, you must pass me the ball.
I tell you what. If nothing else, his singing would rise morale in the dressing room.
Kelechi has you breaking out laughing, fam.
Golden microphone.
Yeah. You ever see that singing he does after we beat them 3-0, Jordan? Everyone around him was just on the vibes.
I sent it in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, change the system.
Use your brain.
Shaka, why?
My brother, I sat in the Palace hand. I was humiliated.
Let's give Brush. Let's try and speed this one up. Let's go Leeds. Brush.
Leeds. What do they need? Oh, the goals have dried up for Brentford. Who is actually utter useless there? I'd shore up the back line. I'd get rid of Dallas. I'd bring in Tyrone Mings.
Oh, all right.
That'd cost a lot of money.
What are you giving, mate?
Cost a fair bit.
Yeah, I thought the last time we played Millwall was the promotion season. I thought that. I was thinking, I know we played them when they was in the Championship.
Yeah, so we've still got City, United,
Burnley?
us, and Burnley.
I'll give you Man United.
Me, Jordan.
Yeah, we'll give. Yeah, Brush.
Maguire's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, replace him
I understand
with.
that.
Yeah, and replace him with anyone. I'll
Any
take
centre
anyone.
Oh Christ!
I'll
Careful,
take
Brush!
it.
Careful. When you say anyone, are we talking you'll take Yaroslav Yak? Because if so, we can talk.
No, let me see.
20 million, you got a deal.
Oh shit!
Let's see. Yeah, we'll go for De Ligt from Juve.
Ooh,
That's
shout.
lit. That'd be a good sign.
Yeah.
All right, Rush.
Yeah.
Me or George?
You what? Sorry.
You're going to
Which
pick Jordan
team?
or me for the next team?
What is the next team?
You got City, Burnley, or Palace. But Palace is last, so it's City or Burnley basically.
Okay, I'll give City to Jord.
Oh. Get rid of Laporte, bring in Erlang,
Fair enough.
and Nate, do the honours with Burnley.
Well, judging by what our boy Dan from Turfmoor House said, sell Tarkovsky because Tarkovsky is to them what IU is to us. The fan base just don't care about him anymore. So you'd sell Tarkovsky.
He's running his contract down, isn't he?
He's trying to, but I think Burnley are trying to pretty much shorthand him into signing. But it's one of them grey areas where he'll either sign or he'll leave on the free. But in this scenario, you'd want to sell him to get rid of him.
Yeah, I think.
God, Rich.
How could we forget? Jesus. Well, to be fair, Rich, I think City are on that, are on the ball with that anyway.
Yeah, I think they're trying to. They're not doing an Adam Johnson thing.
They're trying to get rid of him.
Because Sunderland got rinsed for that for years after that, from Newcastle fans and all other fan bases. Because that chant that goes round on YouTube, you just can't help but laugh. You're like, imagine for a time your whole fan base was backing this man. Like, bruv. But yeah, Burnley, sell Tarkovsky, and purely for the banter, sign James Tompkins. Why not? Sell one JT, buy one other JT.
All right, and to round out with Palace, all of us will do a buy one, sell one. So,
Yeah,
Brush, we'll kick it off with you, mate.
It's got to be your midfield, and get rid of Schlupp. Bring in someone solid. Who would I bring in? You know what? I'm going to be quite ambitious, and say Haidara from Leipzig. He's got a £23 million release clause.
Okay.
With what Patrick Vieira's got going on, I've seen more random things happen in football.
Yeah, I'll say personally, Luca's gone.
Yep.
Long gone. Back to Serbia things. And we bring in Ibrahim Sangare from PSV. That's a ball playing DM right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that is the area though, isn't it?
That's a big shout from Jay.
Jay just read my mind. Sell IU, bring Madueke back to where he originally started, because he started at Palace. A lot of people are forgetting that, because obviously he was at Tottenham for a few years. But yeah, if we could,
is that the kid that they're all raving about in Holland? Noni
PSV. Yeah, Noni Madueke. Yeah.
Oh, was he with you guys? Was he?
He started out at Palace and then went to Tottenham because of that bollocks EPPP shit.
Right. Yeah, I saw some kind of documentary thing with him recently, following his journey over there. And yeah, I hear good things. I've not seen enough of him though.
Yeah, you know what? He's one of them where because he's gone from England to, he's like Marcus Edwards, who was also at Tottenham.
Mm.
Because these younger players are now leaving England and they're not playing in high-profile clubs like Benfica and Ajax. Granted, PSV are a big club, but they're not as big as Ajax. They're not as big as Benfica.
But
Because
you
they're
know
now
what?
playing.
It's, you still get a fantastic footballing education though.
Oh, 100%. But that's why the English players are going abroad now.
Yeah, I think it's really good for them. I encourage our lads to go try something new.
Because let's be honest, a lot of the Premier League clubs aren't using their academies the way they should be.
Yeah. I think the model now, anyway, is moving towards what Chelsea have got going on. Yeah. Where, that is how you train your young players now. You just delegate to someone else.
Yeah, and hopefully with the investment we've had in our academy, we'll be able to do something like that. For me, I've said for years, if we can get our academy to blood our youngsters in League 2 and League 1 and then the Championship, we'll be laughing. Because developing them in the lower leagues hardens them because they're well aware that when you're playing in League 2 and League 1, you've got hard bastards that don't give a shit. Because the physicality is way tougher in the Football League.
I think as well, also some of the players that you can get from the likes of Chelsea's, like Gallagher at the moment, I reckon you will be able to sign players like that outright, but just with like a release clause.
Yeah.
Or a buyback clause rather. So, clubs like Chelsea, that's how they're going to operate from now on. Like, I know that even with Tammy Abraham, they've got a buyback on him. I mean, it's something ridiculous, like 60 million, but it's one of those where if ever they were to activate it, you would think that by that time he would be worth it.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's smart business practice, Brush. And me and Jordan said this earlier in the stream. People love to deride it and go, oh, Chelsea are killing football. No. They're using a sound business model, which is benefiting them. That
is exactly what it is. And it's the way of modern football, really. Like, if we really get down to the nitty-gritty of it, it is a business, isn't it?
That's the thing. See, the thing with English fans in particular is that we're very emotional about our football clubs.
Yeah.
We're seeing them from the side of tradition, son and daughter going with their mum or their dad. Following Man United up and down the country, following Palace up and down the country. We're not seeing it from the perspective of, right, we've got this young kid at Man United who's an absolute world beater. Mino Raiola and his little crooks want him to go and sign for, let's say, Lyon for £5 million. Man United fans, he's worth 20, he's worth 25. And they're seeing it from the sense of, no, but if he's that good, we should be getting no. If they can get players to leave for cheaper and then go across Europe and play better in Europe, people are looking at it going, holy shit, that's a good sign. Like that Irish kid that was at Man United who's now at Nice. What's his name? We were linked with him as well, actually. Deji Satana or something like that. People were thinking, oh, but he flopped at Man United. United offered him one of the biggest youth contracts they could offer him, and he turned it down. So it's not a case of United didn't fight hard enough. They literally offered him as much as they could.
Yeah, but the kids have got options. Yeah, the kids are realizing as well they've got options these days. Like, there would have been a time where they would have been intimidated and worried about not taking up an offer from the likes of United, But now,
100%.
But now they've seen the blueprint. They've seen players go over to Germany, to Holland, to other places and make it. So, they realize that getting first team football first and foremost is the most important thing.
Yeah, so Jadon Sancho and Eric Dyer are proof that English players can play abroad. That was the biggest myth going abroad.
For a long time we didn't, innit? But if you look back to like the early 90s and that, there was a lot more.
Gaza.
Gaza. Yeah. Even in the late 80s as well. Lineker, Hughes, there was a lot of players that went abroad. Incy went abroad. He went to Inter Milan after he left us.
Yeah. They'll allow you to promote Raksaki. Listen. Oh, Barca in the Europa. Oh!
Raksaki's nearly there.
Boy, Barcelona in the Europa League. My word.
I mean, I saw their last game against Benfica, and it wasn't great. Europa sounds about right for them. They're just in a position where they need to bridge that gap between their experience and the youth, and there's like one or two steps missing there. So
it also doesn't help that they've spent so much money and it's yielded very little return.
Yeah, it's just been wasted, isn't it?
It's like Madrid. People have got caught up in the whole Messi Ronaldo debacle when it was them two, but without them two championing La Liga, both of them hadn't strengthened enough to go right. We can cope without Ronaldo. They couldn't cope without him because Benzema has been there for way too long.
The trouble as well, bro, like with those kind of players, like they're so polarizing that you build your entire team around them. So when you lose that piece, it's very difficult to then, readjust without a complete rebuild.
Yeah, and they've had the resources to rebuild smartly. It's not a case of you don't have to go and sign Coutinho for 142 million.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they've just absolutely wasted their funds, and this has happened over years and years and years. It's not overnight.
No, it goes back. It goes back to arguably just after Pep left. Even during Pep,
just poor decision after poor decision. They've just wasted money on players, ridiculously high wages as well, and they just stuck themselves in the mud.
Unrealistic contract permutations as well.
Yeah.
If this player wins us 4 Champions Leagues, we'll pay out 12 million euros. Like, he'd better win you 4 Champions Leagues if that's what's on the line. Because Christ above, that's not clever.
The Phil Coutinho one, Ousmane Dembele, I think it cost about 120 million.
Vibes are taking the piss.
I don't think we could do a single stream now without some sort of reference to nipping.
Yeah, if it's not nipping, it's Paul Scholes. Trust me, it's one of the two.
Hey, I'll take nipping all day, every day over Scholes talk.
Yeah, trust me, because you can't escape this Paul Scholes thing anymore,
bro.
You know what? You could never see Scholesy on a plane. Because if he's 40,000 feet up in the air, he's gonna be different breed, bro.
Put it this way: you just hope to God he's not on the beach somewhere, because he'll be having a right good laugh at himself. Like, oh, you dirty bastard!
Oh man!
Oh shit!
Nate Brush, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been great talking to you, lads.
It's been a great stream, and we'll probably finish up next week. We'll do a bit more.
Cool. Yeah,
we'll do some more Talkin Ish next week.
And an update for everyone watching: it is still 1-1 in United versus Young Boys. 90th minute. Well, I think it's 90th minute. My stream might be slow.
Rush, have you got some Arabic stream or something like that?
Bro, it's some next language, man. That's why I just decided to listen to you guys instead.
Man's probably watching them streams from Live from Mordor, bro.
Yeah, no, but the actual quality of the stream is lit, so I kept it on.
You've probably got someone doing sign language in the corner as well.
No, the actual quality is lit in it. It's not stopped once, so it's great, but I just couldn't listen to that, so I thought I might as well just tune into you guys.
Cool. Lads, it's been a pleasure. This Eagle Eye Football, we're out. Match preview tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, Everton preview out tomorrow. Keep it lit, keep it calm, up the Palace, and there is a preview coming for the Millwall game. That would be just before it, but trust me, that one's already been arranged.
Are you guys going to get a Millwall fan on as well?
We're going to talk about it with Rich.
That'll be fun.
I have a channel in mind I want to get on, but I'm going to talk with Rich about it first.
Okay. Well, I look forward to that. Take care, guys.
Take care.
See you later.